The ocean breathes, its vast blue chest rising and falling over cities we once believed were only myths. Beneath the crushing weight of the waves, an entirely different story of humanity has been waiting for millennia to be told. What if our ancestors were not just land dwellers who cautiously dipped their toes in the water, but were true children of the sea? We are now uncovering breathtaking evidence of a global network of maritime cultures so advanced, they fundamentally challenge everything we thought we knew about the dawn of civilization. This is not just about finding old pots or sunken ships. It is about discovering a lost human instinct, a forgotten connection to the world's oceans that could profoundly redefine our future. Imagine the sun-drenched harbors of ancient Crete, where the sharp, clean scent of cedarwood from newly built triremes mingled with the salty tang of the Aegean, creating a bustling, vibrant atmosphere of commerce and exploration that connected disparate cultures from the Nile Delta to the distant Iberian Peninsula. Although mainstream history often credits later empires with truly mastering the seas, recent discoveries of Minoan frescoes depicting astonishingly sophisticated ships and deep-sea fishing techniques suggest a much earlier, almost intuitive understanding of complex navigation, using celestial bodies and subtle current changes long before the invention of the magnetic compass. Furthermore, the legendary Phoenician mariners, driven by an insatiable demand for rare Tyrian purple dye and precious metals, established a sprawling trade network that was not merely a series of routes, but a living, breathing web of shared knowledge, technology, and genetic exchange that fundamentally shaped the entire Western world. In addition to their incredible commercial prowess, these ancient sailors developed intricate spiritual traditions inextricably tied to the sea, crafting powerful myths of vengeful gods and terrifying monsters that served as both cautionary tales and essential psychological maps for navigating the treacherous, unpredictable waters that were their lifeblood. Across the globe, the seemingly boundless expanse of the Pacific Ocean became the grand theater for the Austronesian expansion, an epic migration where courageous navigators in magnificent outrigger canoes used complex star compasses and memorized wave patterns to cross thousands of miles of unforgiving open water, ultimately settling a third of the planet from Madagascar to Easter Island. Because these incredible voyages were undertaken without metal tools or written language, scientists like Dr. Adhol Anderson argue that their success depended entirely on a profound, multi-generational environmental knowledge, an uncanny ability to read the ocean's subtle language in the flight of distant birds, the specific color of the water, and the feel of the swell against the canoe's hull. The sheer logistical genius required to transport not just people, but entire functioning ecosystems, including precious taro, chickens, and pigs, across such vast distances demonstrates a level of foresight and communal planning that rivals any of the great land-based empires, literally creating new worlds on isolated, newly formed volcanic islands. Consider the haunting, overwhelming silence of the open ocean at night, where the only guides were the shimmering pinpricks of distant stars and the rhythmic, ancestral chant of the wayfinder, a sacred tradition that transformed a terrifying void into a knowable, navigable highway connecting the scattered islands of Oceania. Beneath the cold, murky waters of the North Sea lies the silent ghost of Doggerland, a sprawling Mesolithic landscape that once connected Britain to mainland Europe, where dedicated archaeologists now use advanced seismic sonar to meticulously map fossilized riverbeds and hunt for the submerged hearths of hunter-gatherers who lived in a lost green paradise. Similarly, off the sun-kissed coast of Greece, the submerged city of Pavlopetri offers an almost perfectly preserved Bronze Age town plan, complete with intact streets, multi-room buildings, and courtyards, providing an unprecedented, ghostly window into a thriving coastal community frozen in time by the rising sea levels thousands of years ago. The painstaking process of underwater archaeology in these fragile locations, where diverse must battle strong currents and severely limited visibility, is a desperate race against time to recover delicate artifacts that are completely rewriting our understanding of prehistoric coastal adaptation and the dramatic impact of ancient climate change on human populations. In addition to revealing these lost settlements, these submerged sites challenge the very notion of a static past, proving that the world map we take for granted is merely a fleeting snapshot in a long, dynamic history of shifting coastlines and incredibly resilient human societies that ebbed and flowed with the eternal tides. The enduring legacy of these ancient maritime pioneers is not just etched in weathered stone or buried under deep ocean silt, but is woven directly into our very genetic code, with specific markers found in coastal populations today that hint at powerful adaptations for deep diving and unique metabolic efficiencies for a marine-based diet. Although we now live in an age of effortless GPS and constant satellite imagery, the innate human capacity for complex spatial reasoning and environmental observation honed by these early seafarers remains a dormant, powerful part of our cognitive toolkit, a primal connection to the natural world that our modern life has largely suppressed. Researchers studying the Samabajo people of Southeast Asia, who have genetically larger spleens that act as a biological scuba tank, provide a living, breathing testament to this evolutionary dance with the ocean, showcasing how a deep cultural relationship with the sea can physically reshape the human body over many generations. Therefore, every time we feel an inexplicable pull towards the coast, the rhythmic sound of the waves, or the vast, open horizon, we might just be feeling the ancient echo of this profound maritime heritage, a deep-seated memory of a time when the ocean was not a barrier, but the ultimate frontier of human potential. We have mistakenly viewed human history as a story of conquering the land, when in fact, the evidence now overwhelmingly suggests that our most significant leaps in cognition, trade, and cultural exchange were born from the immense challenges and unparalleled opportunities presented by the world's oceans. The traditional model of civilization spreading from a few landlocked river valleys is being completely replaced by a more fluid, interconnected, thalassocratic model, where the sea acted as a powerful engine for innovation and the primary conduit for the flow of ideas across continents. This incredible realization forces us to reconsider the intelligence and capabilities of our prehistoric ancestors, not as primitive brutes, but as sophisticated scientists of their environment who possessed a deep, holistic wisdom that we are only now beginning to appreciate through the precise lens of modern science. Consequently, the great coastal migrations were not desperate flights from scarcity, but were in fact ambitious, visionary projects of exploration and settlement, driven by the very same spirit of curiosity and discovery that now propels us towards the stars. Our story is not written in dirt, but in water. The next great chapter of human discovery lies not only in the cosmos above, but in the deep blue archives of our own planet, waiting to reveal the true, epic scale of our ancestral journey. By understanding our profound past with the ocean, we might just unlock the key to navigating our collective future on this precious water world we call home.